Hey everybody, welcome to the monthly astrology snapshot for the lunar cycle beginning at this new moon in Aquarius, which actually coincides with the Lunar New Year, which is celebrated by many countries throughout Asia. So let's talk about Aquarius. This month's all about Aquarius. As many of you would already know, we had the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, the 0 degree of Aquarius last year, kicking off a bigger cycle, a 20-year cycle, bringing in these themes more strongly of Aquarius. It's Aquarius is an air sign, and we're going to be experiencing more of themes to do with air and Aquarius, which is technology. It is this disseminating of energy. It's this taking the vertical structure, top down hierarchy, and going horizontal, decentralization of power. It's the themes of equity, fair distribution of wealth, knowledge, power, resources. This doesn't mean it's always going to be good and we're going to have this all right now, but we're going to see more movement towards this, more and more. You watch. To me, I'm seeing glimpses of this already. I think it's very exciting, and I feel like this new moon at this moment that's coming up will potentially be an activation of this even more. So why it's so potent is not just because it's a new moon in Aquarius, but it's this lineup of planets that are all in Aquarius at this new moon. So we've got Jupiter, Saturn, Venus, Mercury, Sun and Moon at the new moon. So that's not common. That's not happening every new moon, that you have that much planetary action in the same sign. So this just amplifies Aquarius. So that's why I wanted to point out those bigger meta cycles at play, so that you can feel into, wow, this is big Aquarian times. This is a new moon to seed in something completely new. Aquarius is about innovation. It wants to take us out of the continual, normal comfort zones, those beats and rhythms and patterns that are just the same. Think of white noise. With white noise, it's nice, but it lulls you off into sleep. Well, Aquarian energies want to come in and change up the beat. Change it up so we can stir it up and keep things from stagnating. These times of the rhythm shifts are good for us. We're in a collective rhythm shift. The pandemic has made us reset the whole human experiment, and it's going to be interesting to see how we navigate that, how the cookie crumbles. And I will share at this moment that we do have the Saturn-Uranus square will come into play very strong at the end of this month. This square's in play all year. But when you think of a square, think of tension between Saturn and Uranus, which in a nutshell is two paradigms in this tense squaring off with each other. Which one's going to win? There's friction in this, and there could actually be the triggering off of revolution, cultural revolution. Aquarius, like I said, it wants to innovate. It wants to bring in new paradigms. Aquarius is very comfortable connecting through the internet, connecting with that greater collective. So, at a personal level, have a look in your life at what's changing at this time. At this new moon, tune into some really new, innovative ways you can be with your current story. Yes, many people are in great restrictions, lockdowns, things are changing. Maybe your business is not going anymore, your job has changed. This is a month to really just open up and think outside the square and try not to get caught in the fear. I know it's easy to say, but I just really want to support anyone that's feeling really stuck, to work with this new moon, to open your heart and your soul to a different way of seeing it. Look for something different that could be playing out in the future. Think about what you want to create and manifest, and really take some time to seed it in. We then move to the full moon in Virgo, which is a call back to the sacred. Virgo is symbolized by the Virgin, and she is about purity. Now, purity doesn't mean you've never made a mistake, you've done no bad things. It's not about having no skeletons in your closet. Everybody has skeletons, everyone. And not being able to be with your skeletons and avoiding them or indulging in them too much or letting them run free in your life and create chaos, that's when things become impure. But it's a big moment in a person's life when they can see their skeletons and say, I can see you, but you don't rule my life anymore. And to make peace and to reach states of forgiveness, self-acceptance, and to understand what they are, that's when we become pure, because we're no longer at the mercy of these energies. To me, the purest people I've met are not the ones that have never done anything wrong. They're the ones that can acknowledge where they've gone wrong. They're the ones that can see their skeletons. And when you can see your skeleton, it can't creep up and take over your life and create chaos. So Virgo lunations for me are always a time of coming back to the sacred, a way to be with my skeletons, a way to be purifying by purifying my perception of my life, not all of the things. The past is done. Full moons are always a time to let go, always. And this full moon has some beautiful, exquisite, healing Pisces energy with just particular energies that can just allow you just to release and heal. This full moon feels like a soothing balm for all of us. So Mercury going direct, that's going to actually happen before that full moon. And I feel that that will be a really cool time where we're coming out of this. Put it this way, Mercury rules commerce. Mercury rules connections, the exchange of ideas, the way we communicate, the way we organize our thoughts. So when Mercury is retrograde, that can go offbeat. And this has been happening in Aquarius. So again, more of this Aquarian energy, more of this taking us out of our familiar patterns, more of this reset. So when Mercury goes direct, I am so hopeful that there will be an activation and a movement, a progressive momentum shift with regard to lockdowns, restrictions, the pandemic. And then that full moon in Virgo, there's, like I said, some Neptunian energy at play, some healing energy at play. This could be where we start to see that this big wave of this last big surge of the pandemic starting to crash out even more. That's my sincerest hope. Or at the very least, we'll see people coming out of the restrictions easing up, and new ways to be with this pandemic. So, watch for that, watch for what happens and what shifts over this month. But basically, this month is a time, where there's a lot of mental energy, a lot of air activation, a lot of Mercury moving forwards. Like, there's a lot of stimulating energy. Aquarius is like electricity. And so if you're feeling really stimulated and your nervous system feels fried, go and connect with the earth. Do something that's going to ground you and nourish your body. Take care of you. Allow these new patterns to enter in. Open your heart. Open your mind. New pathways are emerging. New awarenesses can kick in as well. New ways of seeing your past and your future. Open your mind. stay connected to your body, nourish yourself, and really take care and enjoy this new moon. Do something with it. If you're one to work with ritual, this is definitely one you don't want to miss. So enjoy, and I'll see you guys next month.